Myself Manisha Mudada. I am from VII. Now I am studying in first year BA, GVM Dr. Tata Gadya College of Education. Now I am going to analyze mathematics textbooks for class 7. This is blue in color. It is mathematics textbook for class 7 part 1 textbook. It has some spheres, cone, cylinder and cube. Mathematics is written in yellow bold. At the back of the book, we have a Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan logo and Government of Goa, Directed, Director of Education Parvari, Goa. Inside the book, first page, it is written Mathematics textbook for class 7, part 1. It was permission and supported by NCERT New Delhi, Director of Education Parvari, Goa. Here we have a logo of Government of Goa. Mathematics is written pink in color. This book was published in June 2006. It was reprinted and re-revised, and this copy is revised print of 2018. It is published by Director of Education, Parvari, Goa. Book cost of the book is 38 and to be sold in Goa only. Forward. It is the introduction of the book. This is written by Director of Education. Textbook Development Committee, which includes chairperson, chief advisor, chief coordinator, members, and member coordinator. Preface. Preface means introduction of the book, why it is written and what it is written. Here is an acknowledgement. Author thanking those who have helped him in writing this book. This is note for a teacher. This book includes 7 chapters and the total number of pages are nearly equal to 150 plus. It has 7 chapters like integers, fractions and decimal data handling, simple equation, lines and angles, the triangle and its properties and congruence of triangles. Now we are going to see lines and angles. This is chapter 5, lines and angles. It has some introduction. Everywhere we see in our daily life lines and angles like table, house, letter M and a polygon. What is line? It is given. This is line segment. This is line and this is ray. There is a difference in all three. This starts at one point and ends at another point. This is line segment. This is line which starts and it has no starting point and no ending point. It is continuous both sides. Ray has only starting point and it is going continuously. Next we have angles. Triangle also have angles and this intersection of these two lines have angles. This complementary angle. If we add two angles and its sum is 90 degree, then it's a complementary angle. Here is some example. Then here it is a definition. Definition is given with some figures and some activity for students to think, discuss and write. So there are some questions like if you can two acute angles be complementary to each other. Some questions. This is some activity. Try solving this. This is the task given for the students. Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles means sum of the two angles is 180 degree. Same. Some figures, some examples and a definition and some activity for students and try this. Adjacent angle. Now we open this book. Here we have one common line and two uncommon line, and this angle formed between these two is adjacent to angle here. It is same given over here. This is adjacent angles. Here are some examples of adjacent angles. 1 and 2 are adjacent to each other. Angle 1 and 2 are adjacent to each other. But here angle 1 and angle 2 are not adjacent to each other because they have one common arm but they don't have a common vertex. Here we have a common vertex, so it is adjacent angle. Some activities and linear angle. Linear angles means same as adjacent angle but uncommon arms have to be in one line but in opposite direction. This is linear pair. Example, a vegetable chopping board and a pen stand. Think, discuss and write on linear pair. Here are some activities. Vertically opposite angles. If we tie two pencils, then opposite angles like 1, 3 are opposite vertically opposite angles. 2 and 4 are vertically opposite angles. Here are some examples like scissor. Do this. Your student has given a task to do. On one paper they are told to draw this, and on another paper they are told to draw this. Like this is the trace of this. So now pin the both papers at the center and try to rotate one paper 180 degree and see if all the angles are equal. Same. Try this activity. Here is one example. Here this example says that these are adjacent angle, these two adjacent angle, these two adjacent angle, these two adjacent, and these two adjacent angle. There are five adjacent angles. Then similarly linear pair and vertically opposite angles. Here is exercise. Exercise is distributed in such a way that easy, difficult, difficult, then like this. This is pair of lines. Pair of lines. Here there are some pair of lines. This is also pair of lines. Intersecting lines. Here three lines are intersecting. Here all lines are intersecting. Now transversal lines. Transversal line means there are two lines, two distinct lines and one common line which are passing through both the lines at two different points. Then the common line is called transversal. Like here, example, line P is a transversal of line L and M. Here there is no transversal line because it has one common point. Here it should have two different points. It is one common point, so it has no transversal lines. So here is given one example. In this table says that from here how many are which angles are interior, which are exterior, which angles are corresponding angles, which are alternate pair angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, and pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. P is transversal. So 3, 4, 5, 6 are interior angles. 1, 2, 7, 8 are exterior angles. 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. Similarly, 3, 7 are corresponding, 2, 6 are corresponding, and 4, 8 are corresponding angles. 3 and 5 are interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Vertically opposite angles are 1 and 4, and alternate interior angles are 3 and 6. Here are given some examples to try this. This is transversal of a pair of lines. Means parallel lines. Here these two lines were not parallel, but now we are going to see that two lines are going to be parallel and transversal line will pass through both the lines. Then corresponding angles will be equal. Similarly, vertical angles will also be equal. Vertically opposite angles are phi and 1. Vertically opposite angles will be equal. This is check for the parallel lines. Here we have to check if there are parallel lines. Here almost all are parallel lines. Some lines are perpendicular and some are parallel. Here both lines are parallel, but this transversal line is not parallel to any other line. Here is an exercise. This is also distributed level wise. First they are asking just to state the properties of given some angles. Now they say identify which are corresponding angles, which are alternate interior angle, vertical opposite angle, and next they are asking to find one angle is given, find the other angles, unknown values of the angles. Now similarly here also they are finding unknown angles. Now what we have discussed, this is just a summary of what we have discussed in the entire chapter. Thank you.